they hide. Real talk, real life, nothing brushed aside. It's the unforgettable, yeah. Remember the name? Oh, yeah. We talk about topics, we say what we mean. No games, we keep it real and raw. Let the truth come through. Judgment free zone. Judgment free zone. This space is for you. Come get comfortable, relax, get loose. Kick off your day, shake off that blues. Welcome to the unfiltered corner. It's true. The unforgettables here. And we're riding with you. The unforgettables and we're riding with you. Hey, you guys. Hello, hello, hello. I am your host, The Unforgettable. Welcome to the Unfiltered Corner. Let me make sure that my sound is on point with you guys. How's everybody doing tonight? Happy Wednesday. Make sure my sound is on point. Yep, it is on point. We're good to go. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to the Unfiltered Corner. I am a host again, The Unforgettable. Thank you for being here tonight with me. Hold on a second, you guys. Don't mind me. I'm a little bit sick, you guys, but I'm here with you guys. I've been sick for a few days, but I'm here with you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. And I apologize. I've been super sick, but you know what? It is what it is. Probably like allergies or something, you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, you guys. I'm sending my link to multiple people just in case, they forget. How's everybody doing tonight? How's my peoples? How's my unfiltered crew? I hope you guys are well. Oh, I've just been trying to get over whatever the hell I have going on with my nose and my throat. And it's mostly my nose, the congestion and stuff, you guys. But I'm here. Sending out my link to my peoples. For everybody that wants to come through, check it out, I'll just send it out and everybody can come in and check it out, you guys. All right. I did that, and then I'm going to copy the link and send it to my peoples over here. Send it to my friend. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm sending my link to some people. They don't set it. They forget to set it. And what happens is it doesn't give them no notification when I'm live, you guys. So that's what happens. So I just start sending everybody the link. If they want to come in, they can join. But yeah, you guys, hold on. Just doing my thing here, you guys. Doing my thing. Hold on. I'm live. Anyways, you guys. Thank you guys for being here tonight with me. Thank you for joining me. Again, like I said, I am your host, The Unforgettable, and this is The Unfiltered Corner. Tonight we're going to talk about a very interesting topic. And when I start talking about it, I'll let you guys know why I'm talking about this topic tonight in a few. I'm not going to get into that yet. So today's topic is small acts mean everything when someone is struggling. Relationship edition. This is the relationship edition. And let me make sure that my page, like this live, is like public. I think it is, but I just gotta make sure, you guys. Thank you for being here tonight, you guys. Yeah, I think it's set to public. Okay, but anyways, I'll give you guys later the reason as to why I'm doing the show tonight. It's called Small Acts That Mean Everything When Someone is Struggling. Relationship edition. Meaning your partner doesn't always need solutions, okay? Your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other. Sometimes they just need to feel like they're not carrying life alone. You know what I'm saying, you guys? The strongest relationships aren't built on big moments. They're built on small acts during hard times. You guys get where I'm coming from? So it's the little thing that matters. Basically, that's what it's saying. It's the little tiny things that matter. All right? The little things matter in a relationship. Um, you know, people think it's the big things, like the things that you can spend on your significant other, the things that you guys can do, blah blah blah. Only the good times are, important to you guys, but it's not true. It's not true. It's the small things that matter in a relationship, you guys. So we're gonna break that down today. Okay? Everybody loves to talk about love when it's easy. You guys notice that everybody likes talking about love when it's easy. When the vibes are good, when the smiles are real, when nothing's going wrong, right? Everybody likes talking about love like that. How you doing, Kazar? Guys, don't forget to like my video and subscribe and turn on your notifications. Like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications, you guys. Everybody loves to talk about love when it's easy, you guys. How you doing, Dorman? Hello, Herrick. How are you? I'm in Massachusetts, you guys. I see somebody's from Mexico. Where's everybody from, by the way? All my people on this chat, where are you from? Name it. Name it where you're from. I got some people earlier from London. I got people from Canada. I got people from all different types of the world, all different places of the world. Love from India. Woohoo! India. Love to India. India. We got Mexico. You guys, don't forget to like this video, please. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe to my channel, you guys. But anyways, everybody loves to talk about love when it's easy, you guys, okay? When the vibes are good, when the smiles are real, when nothing is going wrong, you guys. Peace and love from Canada. Hi, how are you, Dr. Pascal? From Canada. Look, we got people from Canada. We got people from India. We got everybody. I love this. I love all my peoples here. And from Mexico. We got people from all over here. I love it, you guys. Like my video. Don't forget to like this video. And don't forget to subscribe, you guys, okay? But let me ask you something, you guys, right? Who are you when your partner is breaking? That's the real question. When your partner needs you and they're having a hard time and they're breaking and they're struggling, who are you to them? That's the question. Because that's where love gets exposed. Love gets exposed when your partner is breaking. That goes to show how much a person loves you. Okay? It goes to show how far they go for you. Okay? That's when a person really shows their real love for a person. When a person's struggling, going through some shit, See, when someone you love is struggling, they don't need perfection, you guys. They need presence. They need you there. They don't need you to be perfect, your partner, but they need you to be present. Doesn't matter what they're going through. Okay? I'm just keeping it 100% real. They need the small things. Your partners need the small things. Hold on a second, you guys. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. All right. All right, you guys. So, sometimes it's good to ask your partner, did you eat? You guys ever ask your partner sometimes during the day when they're working or they're in school, wherever they're doing? Have you hit up your partner randomly and said, did you eat today? What did you eat? How you feeling? Those little things matter in a relationship, you guys, okay? Or did you tell your partner you're there? I'm here. Did you tell them I'm here? You know where I'm coming from? Did you ask them? Sitting next to them in silence instead of walking away because it's uncomfortable. Okay? Sitting next to them in silence instead of walking away because it's uncomfortable. All right? And too many people fail right there. I'm going to tell you that. Not because they don't care, but because showing up when it's heavy takes effort. A lot of people fail in the relationship because when showing up is necessary, a lot of people fail for that with their partner. I'm sorry. Okay? It takes too much effort for people. People don't want to do that anymore. They don't want to put the effort. They don't want to put their time. They don't want to put, the time into their relationship. And that's messed up. Okay? Patience and real emotional maturity. Takes too much effort patience, and real emotional maturity. Stop thinking love is about big moments, you guys. Okay? It's not. Love is not about the big things and what you can get and the best days of your life and the best things you guys go through. No, that's not what love is about. It's about the small things, you guys. Okay? It's not. It's about the quiet ones. The ones nobody claps for. Okay? Because that's where love gets exposed. All right? Because that's when your partner is at their lowest. They're watching closely. Are you someone they can lean on? Is your partner somebody? Are you somebody that your partner, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, boyfriend, they can lean on? That's the question, you guys. Is your partner? Are you a person that they can lean on? Think about that. Or someone they have to recover from too, because you're being too much to them, or they're having a hard time with you too. That's the difference between just being in a relationship and actually being a partner, you guys. Okay? So we're gonna get into this, you guys. Small things matter in a relationship, believe it or not. And I'm gonna tell you guys as to why I decided to talk about this. Hello, how are you, Vladimir? Where you from, Vladimir? Thank you for being here tonight. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe, Vladimir. I'm gonna explain to you guys why I decided to talk about this. That small acts and small little gestures, small little things, they mean everything when someone is struggling in your in your relationship. Okay. I'll give you an example, and this is the St. Petersburg. Oh, welcome, Vladimir from St. Petersburg. I'm from Massachusetts. The reason I decided to talk about this tonight because you guys have known that I've been sick for the past 3 or 4 days. I picked up. I don't know if it was like a cold. I don't know if it's allergies. I don't know what it is. You guys see that I have swelling in my nose and the inside. My eyes had bags. It was awful. And then I still sick, but I was like, you know what? I can't leave my Unfiltered crew without their show because I'm only doing it Mondays and Wednesdays, you guys, okay? The reason I decided to do this show tonight, this specific topic, was because my husband came home on Monday. He was sick Sunday, like this, with whatever I have, he had it going on. And he went to work and he came home like he was really sick, like this, like how I feel. But he was shivering and everything. Like, and even though I wasn't feeling good and I was going through it and I had a lot going on, like I had to push myself to the side and think, wow, this man went out there. He went out to work regardless of how he felt. He was out here working hard for his family. And he had to push his sickness and whatever he was feeling and the fevers and the chills he had just to go work for this family. So I had to put my little things to the side for him. And it's the little things that count. When he got home, that he was shivering like this, I got him out of the bed because he lay down for a second because like he was really sick. And I got him out of the bed, you guys. And I brought him into the shower. Okay. Well, into the bathroom. I undressed him, took off his work boots, took off his clothes, and I sat him there for a second while I went and got him clean clothes and his towel and everything. And I put him in the shower because he was like so sick and he was shivering and he was hurting. I put him inside the shower and I literally showered my husband head to toe because he was not feeling well. He had no strength. I washed his hair, I washed his beard, I washed his body, his feet from head to toe. I showered my husband. Um, yeah, that's what I did for my husband. I showered him from head to toe because he was really sick. Okay, you guys, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. You guys, subscribe to my channel. And I showered him because he was really sick. That's when you with somebody, when you with a wife, a husband, a girlfriend, boyfriend, if they really love you, they're gonna do these things for you. It's those little things that count, okay? It's not always about the good times. It's about the bad times too. Who shows up? Which one? If you love your partner, you're gonna be there for them in the hard times too. You know. Um. So what I did was I showered him from head to toe. Then I, turned on the heater so it doesn't get too cold in the house. And then I grabbed a towel and I dried him up from head to toe and I got him dressed. I dressed him up and I sat him down, put his socks on, dried his feet. Thank you, Dr. Pascual. Yeah, they do go a long way. A lot of men and women need to learn these things. These things matter in your marriage or your relationship. Like, even if it's the wife, if she's out sick working or doing 20,000 things or doing things for the kids, whatever she's doing, and she's sick, like, a man's supposed to be there for his wife, and the wife is supposed to be there for her husband. Same boyfriend and girlfriend. You guys are supposed to be together. I sat him down. I dried his feet. I put socks on him. I put, sandals on him. I put a sweater on him. I gave him 2 Motrins. Okay, you guys. I had fed him a nice meal. When he got home, he came home to a nice, warm cooked meal. Okay, I fed him. Um, and then I got him up from the bathroom, and he hugged me. He said, he hadn't said this in a long time to me, you guys. He said, "Thank you." And he hugged me, and he laid his head here, even though he was sick. And he's like, "I thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much." He thanked me. And that was important to me, you guys. The way he thanked me. This is just a quick story time, you guys, as to why I'm talking about this today. So people should know what matters in a relationship. It's little things that matter, things like that, And he thanked me. And then I took him out of the bathroom, and I got him good that he recognized your effort. Absolutely, Vladimir. Thank you so much. He did. He did, you guys. And I brought him out. I got him an ice cold water, and I actually went and got him a Gatorade. I was like, maybe you're probably dehydrated as well, because when you're sick, you're supposed to hydrate. I got him a nice Gatorade, and then I went and got, chamomile. I got ginger, like fresh ginger. I got a few. Um, for those of you just coming in, you guys, I'm talking about small acts that mean everything in a relationship, you guys. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. It's the things, the small acts in your relationship that count. And I'm telling you guys a story time as to why I decided to talk about this tonight. And it was because of what happened to my husband the other day. Like, I have to appreciate him because he was working out sick. He was out there working sick on Monday. And when he got home shivering. And I had to shower him from head to toe and help him and take off his clothes and put him in the bathroom. Like, it's those things that matter. And he hugged me and he said, "Thank you so much." Then I went and got him a Gatorade, you guys. I got him a Gatorade, trying to get him hydrated. I gave him some medicine for the pain and for the fever and whatever. Thank you so much, Sarah. I appreciate you. Don't forget to like my video, you guys. Subscribe to my channel. Um, I appreciate you, Sarah. Um, Thank you. So, um, when and what I did was with my husband, I went and laid him down in the bed. Hi, how are you? Fantastic work. How are you? Thank you, guys. I hope you guys subscribe, like this video, you guys. We're talking important shit. I know everybody here has a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a husband, a wife, a girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? I know everybody has somebody they're in a relationship with, and these are the little things that matter. That's what we're talking about this tonight. I'm giving you guys a little story time as to why I started talking about this. So I went and laid my husband down because he was sick. Well, even if you guys are not with somebody, it's good to listen to this so you guys can know what you expect. If somebody loves you, okay, let me fix that. If you're single and you're watching, right? This is basically saying the little things matter in a relationship, okay? And these are things you gotta look for. In a relationship. If somebody loves you, they're gonna be there for you in the hard times. And when you're struggling and when you need the little things, they're gonna do little things to make you happy. You know what I'm saying, you guys? So these are things to look out for. And if you're with somebody, you look out for those things and you do it for your partner too. Because it's good to be there for your partner, okay? But anyways, I laid him down, you guys, and I went and I got chamomile and I got ginger and I got fresh raw honey and I got a few things. Well, Frankie, it's okay. If it doesn't pertain to you guys, then you can just listen in. But anyways, I made him a tea, a homemade tea. You guys know that these properties from ginger and chamomile relaxes you, okay? Ginger and all those other ingredients, they bring down inflammation, they help with the body and your immune system. And the raw honey is good for your body, and it's also sweet. So it kind of gives sweetness to the tea. So I made him a homemade tea and I gave it to him and I had him sip on that. And then I brought him a cold pack and put it on him and I put him to bed. The next morning he woke up good, he went to work. And he appreciated that. This is the little things we're talking about. Little things like this matter in your relationship. Okay? So that's why we're talking about this tonight. That was my little story time as to why I wanted to talk about this. So on segment 1, we're going to talk about when your partner is struggling, right? The relationship feels it. So if your partner is struggling, the relationship is going to feel it. Trust me. Trust me. Okay? Even you going to feel it when your partner is struggling. The stress that your partner is going through, the depression, the grief, the burnout, it just doesn't affect one person in the relationship. It shifts the whole dynamic. Both of you suffer the consequences. Because you're both, when you're with somebody, you're one, okay? You love each other, you're one. And it affects both of you. Splash Prodigy. Hello, Splash Prodigy. How are you? I don't know. This light makes me look yellow, right? Don't forget to like my video and subscribe, you guys, okay? The struggling partner may become distant and quiet. They're going to be irritable or withdrawn. If your partner's struggling and you see them irritable, quiet, you start seeing them like very distant from you, try to be there for them. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you, Splash. The other partner may feel confused, rejected, or helpless. Okay? It's not you versus each other. It's not you guys don't got to be against each other. It's not you versus each other. It's both of you versus what they're going through. Both of y'all are supposed to stick together and go through whatever your partner's going through. If your husband or your wife is going through it, hey, I said I'd check you out. Been a while since I've seen you on the other channel, but glad I found you and you got your own Reina. Thank you from A to B. How are you? Don't forget to like and subscribe, you guys. I appreciate you being here. We're talking something very important. I gave you guys a story time. If you missed it, you can start from the beginning, you guys. I gave you guys a story time as to why I decided to talk about this topic. We're talking about the most minimal things in a relationship count. That's what matters in when somebody's struggling in the relationship, whether it's a husband, a wife, girlfriend, boyfriend. Okay? I'm glad you're here, A to B. So remember, it's not you versus each other. It's both of you. Both of you need to stand together, united, to face whatever your partner's facing, or both of you need to stand with each other to face what you're facing. You're supposed to be a team. Whatever your partner's going through, you're supposed to be there for your partner. You're supposed to stand by them 10 toes down. If you say you love somebody, you're supposed to be there for your partner. If you love them, you're going to be there with them when they're struggling, they're going through it, they're going through a hard time, when they're sick, whether they're struggling with jobs, it doesn't matter. Hi, Brenny, how are you? I appreciate you guys being here. I'm telling you, when you guys are going through it, if you guys got to look out for that. If you're single, it's good to listen into this because these are the things you have to look out for. When somebody loves you, they're going to stand 10 toes down for you. They're going to be there for you in your hardest times. Your partner is supposed to be with you regardless of what you're going through. Straight up. That's the way I feel, and this is what this is saying, okay? Now I'm going to talk to you guys why the small acts matter more in relationships. The little things matter. That's what I'm trying to say. Little things matter. I just told you guys what happened with my husband. My husband was sick. I've been sick for days. I'm still sick, but I'm here, right? He was really sick, and the poor man got up and went out to work. He was out there working 9 to 10 hour shift. Got home shivering with a fever. I just told you guys this. And what happened? The poor man, I'm supposed to be there for him. I had his cooked meal, warm cooked meal. I fed the man, He was so sick, he was shivering. I put him in the shower. I told everybody that I showered him from head to toe. I got him clothes. I got him dressed. I gave him medicine. I got him Gatorade. I took care of him. That's my job. If I love my husband, that's what I'm supposed to do. He loves me so much and my family that he went out there to work sick like that. So my job as a wife is to be there for him while he's struggling. He was going through that. That's what made me talk about this tonight. And the poor man was so appreciative. I showered him from head to toe, got him dressed, put him in bed. I made him tea, everything. He woke up good the next day and he went to work. Okay? And even though he came home the next day kind of sick, he was still sick. I was still kind of taking care of him, but it wasn't as bad as that first day. But it goes to show, like,
If you love your partner, you're going to be there 100% for them. You're going to stand up for them. You're going to do everything for them. You know, like whatever they're going through, you're going to go through it with them. That's just the way I feel. I don't know about everybody else and how they see their relationships, but if somebody claims to love you, then they're going to be there for you when you're depressed, when you're stressed, when you have anxiety, when you're going through it financially, when you're sick, through rich and hell, whatever, it doesn't matter. They're going to be there for you. Okay? Now we're going to talk about whether small gestures, those small little acts matter in a relationship, all right? Love isn't proven in good times. Your love isn't proven in good times. Because anything could be good during the good times in a relationship. Everything's, nice butterflies and everything. It's revealed in the hard ones. Love is revealed in the hard times you go out that you're with your partner. That's when love is really revealed. That when you see your partner struggling, you stand 10 toes down for them, you guys. That's when love is really revealed, not when everything is good. Because anybody can love anybody while things are good. How about when things go bad and things go down south? When I tell you, me and my husband, we've been through homelessness together. We have been without nothing together. We started from the rock bottom up. We've hit rock bottom. And we stood by each other. We stood by each other. We backed each other up. We've been through addiction together. He had a different type of addiction. I had a different type of addiction. We've been together raising our children through the good and the bad. It doesn't matter what we went through, we were sticking it out together. And it was hard, don't get me wrong. We had our hard times. There were times that we were hitting walls. But we were there. That's what love does. Okay? Small acts create emotional safety and trust. Little things create emotional safety and trust with your partner. All right? They show commitment. They show how committed you are to your partner without needing to say much. I didn't have to say anything to my husband when he got home on Monday when I saw him shivering in the way he was. I showed him my commitment with my behavior, my acts, what I did. I took him out of the bed, I put him in the shower, and I showered him, and I took care of him. I showed him my love with my behavior and what I did, my gestures, those little acts. Okay? Because that's what I'm supposed to do as a wife and as his partner. We're one, we're a team. When he's down, I'm down. When he's facing something, I'm facing it. When I'm facing something, he's facing it. That's the way it's supposed to work. You guys are supposed to work together. That's where the love is proven in a relationship. Okay? Not when you're going through it and your partner gives you the back, or you're going through it and your partner keeps it moving, or you're going through it and your partner leaves you going through it by yourself. Absolutely not. That's not the way a relationship's supposed to work. That's not love. I'm just telling you guys right now. In sickness and in health, absolutely, Bernie. In sickness, in health, it doesn't matter. eh, Through hell and high water, you guys gonna stick it out. That's true love. Like I'm gonna give you examples, right? Checking in during the day. How are you feeling right now? My husband will text me, "Hey, how are you today?" Or he'll call me through radio chat from work. "Did you eat today? What did you do? What are you doing today?" He'll tell me something about his day, and then I let him be because I want him to get his lunch in, right? I want him to eat lunch and be calm and do his thing and have time for him because I get it. He's been working. Yes, he wants to say hi to me, but I need to give him his space. That's his lunchtime. He probably wants to scroll and watch funny videos or something. You know what I'm saying? Check it in during the day with your partner. Show them that you love them, that you care for them. Um, or sometimes I'll text them, "Hey, did you get breakfast?" Or "Did you get a coffee?" Because sometimes I'll check in and I say, "Did you get a coffee?" Because my son works when you guys go running to Dunkin's and grab the coffee. If they didn't, then I'll go grab them a coffee and I'll ask him where he's at. And then I'll go to his job site and I'll drop it off. Those are the little things that matter. Today, I was in Walmart getting necessities for the house before I dropped off my son and his girlfriend to roller skating with her siblings. Okay. And my husband called me. He's like, "Hey, where you at?" He just got out of work. I said, "I'm at Walmart." He's like, "Okay, I'll be there." He met me at Walmart. Okay. Met me at Walmart and he went over there. You know what I'm saying? These are the little things that matter. Okay. Giving space without making them feel abandoned. That's a great example. I just said it right now. My husband calls me. I try to give him space, but without making him feel some type of way that I'm trying to rush him off the phone or something. No, I just want to give him space. I give my husband space. He talks to his friends on the computer. Um, he does like this. He has a studio, a music studio. So he fixes up music for people. He does music and stuff like that. I give him his space. When he's talking to his family, I give him his space, or texting with his friends. I just leave him alone. There's time for me and him and time for space. I don't make him feel abandoned though. There was times that we did struggle with the balance of not wanting to make each other feel abandoned. Like we thought giving too much space, like it was too much. Like we went overboard, and we had to sit down and have a talk. Like, nah, you're making me feel alone, or you're spending too much time by yourself or something. Like we had to have this conversation. Now we're trying to put that into balance. Okay, picking up their slack without complaining. There's times when I'm so sick, my husband will pick up the slack. He'll start cleaning my house. He'll tell me to go lay down. He'll clean my kitchen and he'll start cooking. Or like he'll say, oh, do you want me to pick up this or that in the third? Do you want me to go to the store? I'll go or something. And he won't complain about it. He just go do it. Same with me. My husband was out of work for a while because he was having a problem at a job. This was last year. And I picked up that slack. I went right to work and I was hitting the job day and night. I would work double shifts and everything, picking up the slack for him because I knew bills need to get paid, and I know that he's a hard worker. We were just helping him trying to find another job in the meanwhile. So while he was not working, I picked up that slack. And now he's working and he's telling me to stay home. He's like, hey, just stay home and stuff. Although I love working and making my own money, you guys, right? I'm planning on going back to work. But I have my job. So like picking up those little slacks, let it be for cleaning, for taking care of the kids, driving them to places, doing something. Like pick up the slack for your partner without complaining. That's an example of those small acts that matter in a relationship, And don't complain about it, because there's people that'll pick up the slack and then complain about it or throw it in your face. That's not it. That's not love. Picking up the slack without complaining is because you love that person. You know? If you love a person, you're going to stand 10 toes down for them. When they're down, you're there to stand by them. You're there to pick up wherever they left off. If they started something, you're there to help them finish it. That's what you're there for. Straight up. Okay? Consistency is small. Consistency and small moments build security in big ones. See? When you're consistent in the small moments, the small little gestures, the small little acts, it builds security in the big ones. When they have bigger situations, bigger things they're going through, they feel secure. You know why? Because you already took care of the smaller things. You've been there through the smaller things. You want to be in a music video, Dequana Bostic. Hi, Dequana. How are you? Don't forget to like and subscribe on my videos, you guys. Subscribe. I don't know what video music you're talking about, baby girl. You know, they learn to trust you because they already know that you stood 10 toes down for them in the smaller situations, and they know that they can count on you for the bigger situations down long run, down in the long run. I've been sick, he's been there for me. He's been sick, I've been there for him, and we picked each other's slack up, right? Now we're going to talk about the small acts that strengthen love during hard times. The small little things, guys, it could be the most minimal thing. I'm telling you right now. If you love your partner, the most minimal things count so much. You have no idea how good it makes your partner feel. Okay? Look at the small act I did. I showered my husband because he was sick, and I took care of him, got him dressed, and he was so appreciative. He laid down on my shoulder. He's like, thank you so much. I love you. Thank you. And even in the bed, when I laid him down and gave him a tea, he was like, thank you so much. Like, he was so appreciative, you guys. Okay? So the first thing is the emotional presence, okay? Sitting with them, Even in silence, when you sit with your partner, even when they're silent, sitting with them makes them feel like you're there for them. Only they're quiet. And when they're comfortable to open up to you, they will. But even being there for them, your presence, your physical presence being there, and they know you're trying to be there for them, that counts a lot. Okay? And that strengthens the love during hard times in a relationship. Letting them cry without trying to shut it down. That is truly sad. Imagine you crying and your partner is trying to shut down you crying. That's sad shit. You're not supposed to. Let them cry. Don't try to shut them down. Let them express themselves. Just be there for them. Hold their hand. Hug them. Let them know that they're going to be all right. Give them some words, that are of comfort to your partner. Let them know you're standing 10 toes down, that whatever they need, you're there for them. Let them feel that. Let them feel that. Let them feel your presence. And not fake. Do it real from the heart. Because if you love your partner, you're going to do it for real from your heart. Okay? Gentle communication is number 2. These are small acts that strengthen love during hard times. I'm here whenever you're ready to talk. That's gentle. I've told this to my husband. I've told him, hey, whenever you're ready to tell me what's going on with you, you let me know. I'm here. Like I've told him. Let them know. Little gentle gestures, gentle talking to them, I know it's not easy, but it's all possible, you guys, okay? Not forcing conversations, but leaving the door open. Don't force a conversation on your partner, but leave that door open, letting them know that you're there whenever they're ready to talk, or I'm here for you if you need me. Let them know, let them feel secure that you're there for them, even though they're not ready to talk to you then and there. But let them know that that door is open. That whenever they're ready, they're going to come to you, they're going to come talk to you, and they're going to open up to you. They don't feel alone. You know what I'm saying? Number 3 is acts of love that strengthen loves during hard times, right? Bring in their favorite food. How many times I've done this for my husband? Before he come out of work, I'm like, you know what? Today I'm going to cook him his favorite meal. I know he loves this. And I want to surprise him. There's times that I look up recipes like my husband's Puerto Rican, okay? And his mother's Dominican, so he has some Dominican in him. And I know he misses his food from the Dominican Republic. His mother used to cook Dominican food. And I try my best. I find these recipes of Dominican foods that he used to eat. And I'll be like, some days before he gets home from work, I'll go early to the market and I'll get recipes and, get him I'll surprise him. He'll get home. He's like, wow, and then I learn these. I love the kitchen. I love cooking. So when I get something down pat, I get it down pat. Okay, you guys? And I'll make him these beautiful dishes, these things from his mother's country, to kind of get him a feel of home. You know what I'm saying? With his mother's side of the family. Or I'll hit him up and say, hey, did you eat lunch today while he's at work? What did you have for lunch? Do you want me to bring you something? What do you want? Or I'll surprise him. Hey, where you at? I got something for you. I'll bring it over to him. Like that. You know what I'm saying, you guys? And he's done the same. He's cooked breakfast for me. He's brought it to me for bed. Or he's done stuff like that for me. That's love, bro. Those are the little acts that count in a relationship, all right? Taking care of chores so they can breathe. I just told you guys this. My husband has taken care of chores so I could take a break. He knows when I'm overwhelmed, I'm tired. I mean, sometimes it takes your partner a while to kind of realize how tired you are. Because sometimes, we're so caught up with our own lives, right? But, they're human. They're not going to see every little thing. But, they do those things on their own sometimes. My husband has done it. Or I've done things for him. I've taken over. Like I said to you guys, taking up things that he needed to do so he don't have to come do it. I told you guys a story time not too long ago. I had to become Bob the Builder, okay? Usually I depend on my husband to build stuff when we buy stuff. We bought a whole bunch of it was one of those stand-up closets. We bought a bookshelf for the girls, and I don't know, we bought something else. It was like a drawer. like one of those drawers with the cloth drawers, and I had to become Bob the Builder. Like I wasn't gonna wait on my husband. I picked up the slack for him, so I had to like kind of get out the the directions and all these tools and stuff, and I had to become Bob the Builder. I took up for him, and it's funny because I swear to you guys, it took me forever to build the stand-up closet. And what would piss me off is that I would put it together and I had to take it apart because I had put one of the pieces backwards or something. Oh my God. It took me forever, you guys. When I tell you it took me like 3 hours just to build that stand-up closet. My husband will build it there quickly and it's done and that's it. But I picked it up for him because I know he's always doing that type of stuff in the house. And he's working, so I don't expect him to come out of work tired and then come and build this stuff. So no, I was like, you know what? I'm going to become Bob the Builder today. And I swore I was going to build these 3 things, and I did not. I built one first, then the next thing, because that was already drained from that first one that I had to take apart and put back together. Take apart, put back together so I could put it together properly. I came. The next day, the other 2 drawers, I built it together and finally got it done. And I was so proud of myself, you guys. And I said, babe, look, I built it. I was like, babe, look, I built it. He was proud of me too. He was looking at her like, wow, she don't need me right now. He must have been so relieved. Like, I don't have to come out of work and build all this stuff. So it's those little things that matter, you guys. He takes care of chores sometimes when I'm not feeling well. He'll take my room apart, take everything out of my room, and then he'll clean everything out, mop, whatever, and then put everything in order in the room. These are the little things that matter in a relationship. It makes the relationship stronger, you guys. Okay? And through struggling times too. Number 4 is reassurance. Okay, reassurance is the small acts that strengthen love during hard times. Reassurance, you're not too much for me. You let them know you're not being too much for me. We'll get through this together. Reassure your partner. It's all right. Don't worry about it. We'll be good. God got us. I always tell my husband, God got our back. Don't worry about it. We're missing it. God's gonna help us. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Oh, we're missing something. Don't worry. I'll go handle it. I'll see what I can do. Like, reassure your partner. Let them know you're there for them and you got this and you're going to do this together. Reassurance is key in a relationship. Okay? So that they know that, no matter what they're going through, you guys got this together. Because it's not only that person going through it or only you going through it. You're both going through it together. Reassurance is key. Okay? Number 5 is patience. Oh, I know it's very hard to keep patience through hard times in a relationship, but it's necessary, you guys. Okay? Understanding their mood isn't a personal attack. Listen, let me tell you guys. I sometimes think my husband's mood is a personal attack. There's times he had a hard day at work, or he's going through some emotional stuff, or some things that are personal that maybe he may not share with me. And let me tell you something. For a long time, I always thought it was a personal attack. I was like, what do you got with me? What's your problem? Blah, 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 blah. I used to get mad. But with time, I started to understand. Like, he's human. You know what I'm saying? He's only human. It's not personal. They're just having a hard time. And they just need me to be there for He just needs me to be there for him. And maybe listen and understand. And I get it. We need to, let them, we need to start understanding our partners and understanding that when they're struggling, whether it's with depression, anxiety, a loss of a job, some emotional problems with their own family, or whatever they're going through, just know it's not a personal attack on you. Okay? It's because they're having a hard time processing what they're going through. They're having a hard time dealing with it. They're having a hard time accepting it. They're having a hard time trying to figure out how to manage it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they're going through, it's not personal. So we need to have patience, okay? Giving space when they're not at their best. Absolutely. When my husband is not at his best, I kind of give him his space. I know he enjoys doing his studio stuff and all that stuff. I give him his space. Or he likes playing basketball. Oh yeah, go play basketball or something. Yeah, go play ball. Give them their space. Because they need that space. Because they need to kind of like be some people process different situations differently, you guys. Okay, not everybody doesn't handle situations the same. Some people process depression differently. Some people process stress differently. Struggling in finances, they process that differently, or they deal with it differently. Everybody deals with different situations differently. Nobody deals with, like, I can deal with it a certain way, he can deal with it a certain way. You know, so maybe going to play basketball is going to help him process it and help him deal with it and kind of like de-stress himself. Okay, maybe listening to music is going to help him process it. You know what happens to me when I'm stressed out and I have anxiety or I'm angry? You know what helps me, you guys? And I know this is going to be funny. Okay, I clean. I start to clean, and it's called angry cleaning. Okay, anger cleaning. I start to scrub the crap out of walls, the crap out of stuff. Like, I anger clean. I don't know who else does this, but I do that. When I'm going through some shit, I deal with it by cleaning. Okay? That's how I process my situations in my life, certain things. So, giving space to your partner when they're not at their best, and having patience with them is key to, you know, strengthen love during a hard time or, hard situations. Okay? Love sounds like reassurance, right? But it looks like effort. It sounds like reassurance, love, but it looks like effort. You have to put effort. Brenny cleans and gardens, she says. Oh my God, hold on, give me a second, you guys. See, my friend texted me because she doesn't know how to text in the chat while she's on here. And she tells me that she processed through cleaning at times in her life. It's not only a way of processing, but it's definitely been in one of the ways. Absolutely. I I'm telling you, I angry clean. Like, it's funny. Like, now I can laugh about it, you guys. But like, when I'm going through it, like angry cleaning, it's just like, and it's funny because I get really fast while I'm angry cleaning. I'm cleaning good and on point, but really fast. It's so weird. If I want to get my house done quickly, get me angry and bet out of shape. I bet you I'll clean that house, ready for a situation. You know what I'm saying? Or ready to get it on point. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I know that sounds crazy, but it's truth. Brenny says she cleans and gardens. People deal with things differently. With everything you've explained so far, what do you do when there's betrayal? With everything I've explained so far, what do you do when there's betrayal? From I'm sorry, I just saw your message from A to B. Um, it depends on what type of betrayal it is, A to B. To be honest. If it's a betrayal in the relationship, you're referring to your relationship, right? What do you do when there's a betrayal? Betrayal is very hard to overcome in a relationship. I'm just gonna be straightforward and honest with you. It's not easy dealing with betrayal. But they are, yes, in a relationship. There, let me tell you something. It's not easy. I'm gonna give you guys another story time, because this is why I like to interact with my audience. There has been betrayal in my marriage, okay? In the 20 years I've been with my husband, we've been through the cheating, we've been through the betrayals, we've been through some shit. Trust me. This is the unfiltered corner. We don't cover anything. My husband knows it, we know it. And trust me, there's been betrayal. And it wasn't easy to deal with. There was a lot of hurt, a lot of anger, a lot of resentment. There was a lot of shit going on. And it took us a very long time to try to figure out the solution to try to get better in our relationship, in our marriage. I was one that I was holding grudges. Like, I was just like, I can't deal with this. Like, I feel betrayed. Like, I was always angry. And he was the same way. And we were always throwing that shit in each other's faces, like every time we had a chance. Okay? And when there's betrayal, I'm going to tell you straight up, it is possible to work past a betrayal with your partner. Because we also have to understand we're not perfect. None of us are perfect. None of us. We all have some flaw, one shape or the other. Okay? It is very difficult to gain trust again. It is very difficult to to try to trust your partner again and try to like, continue with your I'm impressed that you get through it together. Not many couples can. Absolutely, Bernie. Listen, I'm telling you guys, when I'm telling you, we've been through some shit. Like, we've been to the point that we thought we were gonna divorce, okay? There has been cheating. There has been betrayal. There has been hard times. There has been addiction. It's fucking hard. And betrayal is fucking very hard to get over with. Because it's heartbreaking. You feel like somebody took your heart and squished it into a million pieces and you don't know how to put it back. Okay? It's very hard to build trust again after somebody betrays you. But there's nothing impossible in life. I always tell my viewers, there's a solution to everything in life but death. You can't come back from death, but there's a solution for everything. So there's marriage counseling out there, partner counseling. I did that with my husband. I go to a church. I had my pastor giving us some counseling, talking, and then I had my husband going to some of the meetings with the men, that all the men talk together from the church and they have these little events and they talk about how to treat their wife. And I did the same thing. And then, you guys, can I be real with you guys? I don't know how many of y'all believe in God, but I believe in God, okay? And let me tell you, a lot that helped me was God. God helped me a lot with that. I feel like once somebody breaks your trust, extremely hard to trust them again. How do you get there? Yeah, absolutely. I feel you, A to B. It's truth. That's true. I'm telling you, I thought I would never, ever, ever trust my husband again. And I thought the same way he would feel about me. I had the same issue. The way I did it, I don't know how many of y'all believe in God, but God got me through that. I used to cry to God. I'd be like, God, I want to trust him again. I want to be able to work on my marriage. God, if you united us, your word says that there ain't no man that can take you apart. Okay? Your word says it, God, and I know you ain't a liar. And I said, I'm hurt, God. And you know what I did, you guys? I put my hurt and what I was going through and my battles, I put it in God's hands. I even put my marriage in God's hands. And I set it in his hands and I said, God, you do what you want. If you want this marriage to work, you're going to make it work. If it's not going to work, you know what you're going to do. And let me tell you, that was not easy. And then I started to work on myself too, because I know I wasn't perfect and I fucked up in the marriage a lot too. So I started working on myself, like working on certain areas in my life too. Because I know that a lot of betrayal, whether we want to believe it or not, you guys, I know some people are selfish and they just betray their partners. They'll go cheat on them and do some fucked up shit, right? Because they're just like that. They're narcissistic people. Those narcissistic people, they need help. But like sometimes some of these acts come from lacking shit in your relationship. See, when it happened to me, I was lacking communication in my marriage. I was lacking affection. I was lacking some emotional intimacy. I was lacking so much, and I was looking for it in the wrong places. I was looking for it in other people. Although I loved my husband, although I wanted my marriage to work, I was looking for it somewhere else. And I know that I lacked certain things in my marriage that my husband was probably trying to look for it somewhere else. Because if I was lacking communication, you guys, and I was lacking emotional intimacy, and I was lacking him being there for me, then what happens? I don't want to be sexually intimate with him. That's what happens. And he doesn't get that. So he's going to try to find that somewhere else. So there was a lot lacking in the marriage that led to these betrayals and these type of situations. Okay. It's not perfect. It's hard. Betrayal is hard. But the way I dealt with it, I put it in God's hands. I said, God, your word says it. When you unite, let no man take apart, right? I'm going to put it in your hands. And I used to cry a lot, you guys. I used to talk to God and I used to put it in his hands. And I started working on myself. And then I started to see the important things in my marriage. And then I started to see the good things in him, not the negative things. And I started to try to be there for him, and I started to have sit downs with him, and you know, we apologized to each other. We put all the cards on the table, you guys. Like, we put the cards on the table. Okay, this is what happened. This is what happened. This is what happened. This is why I've been out of the marriage. Why you went out of the marriage. Like, we sat down. We put the cards on the table. Because at the end of the day, we came to the understanding that we've been together 20 years. We have 4 kids. Well, one is not his, but he raised them. Okay. And, you know, do we really want to start all over again with somebody else that we need to relearn their bad habits? We need to relearn how they are. We need to relearn what they like, what they don't like, what they like to eat, what they don't like, you know, their bad like I didn't we came to the understanding that we were not going to do that. We're not going to restart a relationship with somebody to restart the shit all over again. It's been 20 years already. Okay? What we decided to do was that we were going to both try to put our effort and work on our marriage. And it hasn't been easy. We still have our struggling days. There's days that I look at him, I'm like, dude, I want to throat punch you. Like, I'm going to be real. There's certain things that piss me off about him. I'm sure there's certain things that pissed him off about me. We're not perfect. And we also realized when we had those sit downs is that we've been together through the hard times, the good times, the bad times. We've been through it all. You know what I'm saying, you guys? You need to take a wait and say, okay, this is the bad times. This is the good times. You know, bad times shape you, makes you stronger, builds character within you, helps you set boundaries. It helps you put your foot down and become a better version of you. Okay? The same thing with him. So we decided on the sit down to like, we're going to have to make this work. We have children. We've lived together for 20 years, bro. And let me tell you, when I put it in God's hands, and it hasn't been easy. I'm not telling you that it's been all roses and beautiful. No, we've gone through our shit and still continue to go through. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, it's so much better now. My marriage is so much better now. And I give all glory and honor to God. I thank God for that. I thank God. And we still struggle here and there. But you know what I try to do? I try to keep it moving. And I'm like, whatever. We've been through worse. Okay? But we've been through some shit, A to B. Trust me, I understand totally where you're coming from. It's not easy. And I've learned how to build trust. Like, I noticed that when he broke that trust, I had a lot of issues. Like, I always wanted to look through his phone. I always wanted to look through his social media. I always wanted to do this, that, and that. Girl, I'm getting too old for that shit. You know what I did? This is the way I think now. When somebody's going to cheat on you, they're going to do it anyway. It doesn't matter how many times you look through their phone, how many times you do this, that, and the third. I just stopped looking. I let go and let God. I put it in God's hands. Straight facts. That's the way I see that. So I've let it be. And my marriage been going good. We have our bad days, like I said. But I'm working slowly but surely. And thank you for bringing that up, A to B. You know, it goes to show, and I'm thinking here, that our trust has been building a lot. It's been wonderful. And like, he just told me, you guys, I'm going to share this with you guys, you know, he just told me, this past month, he's like, hey, I want to renew our vows this year coming in, because we're turning 20 years this year in September. It'll be 20 years of being together and, 17 years of marriage. So he wants to renew our vows. And he just told me that. And I find that it was so beautiful to me, because, like, this is coming out of him. Usually women are the ones that are like, oh my God, I want to renew my vows. Women be coming out with this stuff. And he actually told me, hey, for next year, I want to renew our vows. Like, I want to do a thing. I want to get you a nice ring. And I want us to renew our vows and do our thing. He told me that. And I was just in disbelief. I was just like blown away. Like, for him to say something like that. That goes to show that I let go and let God, and God's been handling his business. And I've been working on me to become a better person too. Because the better person I become helps the relationship. The better person he becomes helps the relationship. And my marriage has been going great. Not perfect, but great. We have our days, trust me. I always tell you guys, my marriage is like a love and hate relationship. But we're still here, still standing. Love, hate. But let somebody do something to me. That man is ready to bring hell to earth. Let somebody do something to him. I'm ready to go to war for the man. Some Bonnie and Clyde shit. I'm telling you. You know? So it's very hard, A to B. It's very hard to rebuild trust and get over betrayal, but it's all possible. Everything is possible. Thank you so much, Bernie. I appreciate you. It's very possible, A to B, to get over a betrayal. Trust me, I've been there. It's just it takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of crying. It takes a lot of submission. It takes a lot of, you know, if you believe in God, it's on the spiritual level, like putting in God's hands. Because I know everybody has their different beliefs. But I let go and I let God. I'm like, dude. And I told him one day, I said, I don't think I can do this anymore. Like, I don't think we should continue this. And like, he understood. Like, I think he took it serious, you know? And I came to the understanding that if somebody's gonna betray you or cheat on you, um, they're gonna do it anyways. So us acting like, oh my God, I can't trust them because they did this to me in the past. If you live in the past, you're gonna be stuck in the past. I got over that past. When you forgive somebody, you don't bring it up in the future. When you forgive somebody, you don't keep on like reminding them of what they did. When you truly forgive somebody from your heart, all that is in the past. You have moved forward and you're starting fresh. Okay? My friend says, it's important to focus on your character and their needs. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what she wrote to me over here. It's very hard, but it's all possible, you guys. Okay? Now, did I get that point across, A to B? Did you understand what I was telling you? I don't know. If everybody's different, everybody deals with pain differently. Everybody deals with hurt and betrayal differently. But that's the way I handle my situation. It wasn't easy. Trust me. It wasn't easy, but it's all possible. I always tell my viewers, yo, there's a solution to everything but death. I tell that to every single one of my viewers. Can't come back from death. Have y'all ever separated before? Well, I remember one time. So listen, now that you're talking about betrayal, right? And this was a time that I expected him to be there for me. We were in a shelter years ago. I had my two boys. One was his son. One was my older son that he was raising. It was just me, him, and the two boys. Okay. And no, and I had my daughter too. We ended up in the shelter. Okay. And while I was taking care of my kids and I was struggling because it's hard to deal with a shelter, my husband was hanging out with all the girls and the guys in the shelter. These people, instead of getting there to on their feet, they're over here partying at these shelters, smoking weed, drinking, and doing whatever the hell they're doing in there. And my husband was hanging out with these people. And then one day, one of the girls that was in the shelter with me tells me, hey, your husband's sleeping around with that girl over there, or he's doing something, or talking to her, or something. I don't know what the hell she said. All I remember, you guys, let me tell you something. I saw red. When I tell you I saw red, and you know what's funny? He was sleeping. Of course he was sleeping because he was up all night hanging out with these people while I was sleeping. Okay? And you know what I did? I saw red. I'm going to keep it real. And I went into that hotel room and I told him to get the fuck out. No questions asked. I was like, you want to be dirty? Get the fuck out. I did. I did separate from him, A to B. I did. I kicked him out. And I dealt with that situation. I swear to you, I didn't accept phone calls from that man for like a week. Nothing for a whole week. He was begging me to come back. Begging me. When he came back, great. That's perfect. So I did separate for him for like a week. I've never separated for him from like a long period of time. I haven't done that. Like a long period of time, we haven't done that. But we did separate. I kicked him out. And it was a whole week. I didn't want to take his phone calls. I didn't want to talk to him. I didn't want to know nothing to do with him. Sent him off to his mother. Go, do your life. And that killed him. That killed him. He was begging to come back. And then I let him come back. And then I wasn't taking no shit. I was not fucking around. I used to let him step all over me. But when it came during that time, he knew I wasn't fucking around. And it was so and so bad that these women were trying to fuck with me at the fucking hotel, and I almost got into a fucking whole fist fight with like 4 of them in the fucking lobby. All hell broke loose in that lobby. I was ready to fucking kill somebody in that lobby. It was so bad that we got kicked out of that hotel. We got sent to another shelter. And then I was really angry at him because they sent me to a place in the middle of nowhere where I had nothing. Okay? So trust me, yes, I've separated from him. Not for long period of times, but I did. He's done some shit. Trust me when I tell you he's done, and I'm not perfect. I've done some shit. You know, it's like I told you guys, I always tell my viewers, there's a solution to everything but death. You can't come back from death. If you lose your hair, you can wear a wig. You lose your eyebrows, you can draw them on. And if you need lashes, you throw on lashes. If there's a solution to everything but death. Trust me. And it's not easy, A to B. It's not easy, trust me. And that I think happened twice. That separations thing. Before I moved out here where I live, I've been out here for 8 years. All hell broke loose at his job because he was acting up and there was women involved and shit like that. All hell broke loose. I was not playing. Like, we got physical, like into a physical altercation. I actually got physical with him. Like, it was bad. You know, it was crazy. I've separated for him for like a week. Stuff like that. So it's not easy, you guys, but it's all possible. Betrayal is very hard to get over. Trust me, I had that in my heart and in my mind for a very long time. And the only way that I got over it was giving it to God, praying about it, crying to God about it, because God understood me. He knows. And I left it in God's hands. That's how I took care of that situation. I don't know. And we went to counseling. I went to counseling, individual counseling. We did a little bit of marriage counseling with my pastor. We did that, you know. So we tried a little bit of everything. It hasn't been easy, but we hear you guys, okay? Now, excuse me, you guys. Segment 4. What breaks a partner during their lowest moments? We're going to talk about what breaks a partner during their lowest moments. What breaks them? Being emotionally unavailable. When you're emotionally unavailable for your partner, that breaks a partner during their lowest moments. You have to be emotionally available for your partner, okay? Acting annoyed by their struggles. Listen, this used to happen to me all the time. My husband was annoyed all the time with my struggles. He's no longer like that because he can't get annoyed about the stupidest things like that. What I'm going through should matter. We're in a relationship. Not what I'm going through bothers him. That was years ago, though. But my struggles used to bother him. He used to get annoyed. You should not be getting annoyed. If you love somebody, what they're going through should hurt you just as much as it hurts them. Okay? And it should bother you just as much as it bothers them. Making them feel like a burden. That's a big one. It breaks a partner during their lowest moments. Don't make your partner feel like a burden. Okay? Disappearing because it's too much. Some people just up and go. When their partner is going through their lowest moments, some people just up and go. They'll go and leave them by themselves. They'll go do their own thing. That's fucked up. That will break a person. If you love your partner, you are not going to disappear when they need you the most. You're going to be there. When something is too much for your partner, you should be with them there. And if something is too much to you, your partner should be there for you too. Okay? The way you treat them at their lowest will decide how safe they feel with you forever. I'm going to repeat that again for the ones in the back, okay? The way you treat your partner at their lowest time in their life or what they're going through when they're facing something will decide how safe they feel with you in the future, further down the line, when they're with you forever. Okay? Now, we're going to talk real talk. Are you actually a safe partner? I'm going to ask my audience, does your partner feel comfortable being vulnerable with you? I want to know. Does your partner feel comfortable being vulnerable with you? Like when they're in they have vulnerability going on. Do they feel comfortable with you? Ask yourself that. I think my husband feel comfortable being vulnerable with me. That man, when he's going through some shit, he'll cry in front of me, or cry in my lap, or anything he's feeling, he's very comfortable with me. We've been through it 20 years. We've been through the hard and the good and the bad and the struggles and hell and high water. Another question you should ask yourself: do you listen or get defensive? Do you listen to your partner, or do you start getting defensive? I mean, we're only humans. Sometimes we can get defensive, you know? But I've learned to listen to my husband instead of getting defensive, because it'll be a nonstop battle if I get defensive. And I have to learn to listen to what he's going through and what he's facing. So that way I can be of help for him and we can work through this together. Okay? And you guys should do the same. Another question you should ask yourself is, do you show up consistently, or when it's only easy? Do you show up for your partner in those hard times? Do you show up for your partner consistently, or when it's only easy? Oh, I've seen some relationships that the partners are there when things are going smoothly, things are going good in their relationship. And then when things go bad, they up and disappear. Ask yourself that. Do you show up consistently, or only when things are easy? You have to be there consistently. Stand 10 toes down for the person you say you love. Your partner shouldn't have to shrink their pain. Your partner shouldn't have to shrink their pain to keep you comfortable. Absolutely not. And this goes to the people listening to too. You shouldn't have to shrink your pain to make you feel your partner comfortable. To keep them comfortable. You matter too. What you feel matters too. You shouldn't have to shrink your feelings and what you're going through, what you're facing, whatever it is, depression, anxiety, financial struggles, whatever the hell you're going through, you shouldn't have to shrink it or hide it just to keep your partner comfortable. What you feel matters, and what you're going through matters. And if your partner loves you, they're going to listen to you. They're going to be there for you. They're going to back you up. They're going to give you words of wisdom. They're going to give you words of advice. And they're going to stand by you 10 toes down if they love you. Now we're going to talk about building the we mentality. We, not me, not him. The we mentality. We, together, team. Okay? Remind each other we're a team. Remind each other that you're a team. I have to remind my husband all the time, yo, we a team. These kids, I brought them here with you. We a team. We got to do this together. It can't just stay on me. It can't stay on my shoulders. Okay? We got to do it together. And whatever we're going through, If you're struggling financially, we struggling. Everything that we're going through, we doing it together. We're a team. Remind your partner of that, and remind each other. Normalize checking in emotionally, not just physically. Normalize it. Checking each other emotionally. Are you feeling good today? How was your day? How you feeling? Are you all right? Is there anything you want to talk about? Let's go have a date. Let's have a picnic so we can kind of talk about things you want to talk about. Let's go have dinner. Let's set up dinner in the house without the kids in the house. Let's go in the room and talk about stuff. Let's lay down together and say how we feel. Things like that. Normalize that shit. Because love is not about checking in physically only. Hugs and sex and everything else. It's about checking in emotionally. Making sure your partner is okay upstairs. And they're not going through some shit on the low. And making sure you're not going through some shit on the low. Okay? Learn each other's love language. The we mentality. You guys got to learn each other's love language during hard times. It's not about fixing your partner. It's about facing life together. You're not trying to fix them. It's about you guys doing the we mentality together. Facing life together, moving forward together, being in the same predicament together, standing by each other together. Okay? The small things are never small when somebody's struggling. Okay? They create trust, loyalty, and emotional connection. Real love shows up quietly, consistently, and without conditions, you guys. Real love shows up quietly, consistently, without conditions. Okay? When your partner looks back on their hardest times, okay, they won't remember what you said. They'll remember how you showed up. When your partner looks back, I've heard my husband tell his friends, this woman has been there in the hardest time in my life. This woman has been there when my family has left me. When my family has given me their back, she's been there. This woman has been there when I've been in jail. This woman stuck by me when I went through some shit with the law. Like, he's told people. I've been through him to that. You know what I'm saying? He remembered how I showed up when he faced any problems with the law, or any issues when he was in jail, or any issues with his family. Or listen, that man remembers. I'm gonna give you guys another story time. And it's not a long story time. Remember, when my youngest daughter, I was pregnant with my youngest daughter. And I know this is chaotic, this is crazy, but still, if my man is at war, I'm at war. If he's going through some shit, I'm going through it with him too. And I remember the so when we went through the shelter process, we went to one shelter, then the second, and then we went to the third one, and then from there we got our own place. We got our shit together and got our own place. Okay. In that third setting where we were in a room with our children. I was pregnant with my fourth kid, which she was unexpected. And I remember we were outside that day, and it's a busy street where we are, and people buy food and shit like that. And some guys came through, right? And my husband out there, and they were picking a fight with my husband, and my husband swung at them, and I squared up pregnant, you guys, with my husband. I was ready. I was swinging with dudes, bro, for my husband. You know what I'm saying? I showed up, and I was pregnant. And you know what's funny, you guys? When we moved out of there, we moved to a place, right? And can you believe, one day we're looking out the window, the same dude that swung up on my husband, that was trying to act up with my husband, we saw him outside and we came downstairs and confronted him. Now he was by himself. He wasn't with his buddies. And it was funny because he was good friends with my cousin. And then, you remember the time when you confronted my husband down there and you were with your two little friends and you guys wanted to jump him and shit? Remember when your friend took out his knife? And then I was squaring up with you and we were ready to fucking rumble and fucking fuck each other up, and I was pregnant? You guys, his face fucking dropped. Because he was in disbelief. Now he's not with his group. You know what I'm saying? And the funny thing is, that was my cousin's friend. And my cousin was a well-known person. By that time, my cousin used to sell big-time drugs. And he was the connect of most of the town. Okay? And he knew this guy. That all went downhill. So that guy made peace with us so fucking fast. And the other dudes did too. They made peace with us so fast. And till this day, they know us and they still like us and they don't have nothing against us. Can you believe that shit? But we confronted them. I stood 10 toes down for my husband even while I was pregnant. He remembered when I showed up for him, and I remember when he shows up for me. You know? Love is not easy. A relationship is not easy. But whatever your partner's going through, make sure you're there for them. And make sure that they're reciprocating it to you too. Whatever you're going through, that they're being there for you, that it's not one-sided. When it's a relationship, it's two sides. It's a two-way street. You're there for them, they're there for you. You stand 10 toes for them, they stand 10 toes there for you. That's the way it works in a marriage, in a relationship, with your significant other. That's true love. That's real love. Okay? That is the meaning of real, true love. That's the difference between just being in a relationship and actually being a partner. What did you guys think about that topic, you guys? You guys believe you should be there for your partners in the good times and the bad? And I always tell my viewers, if you have any topics you want me to talk about on this show, just email me, theunfilteredcorner1@gmail.com. Give me show ideas. We can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I already have something scheduled for Monday. I hope you guys are ready for Monday's topic. You know, don't miss Monday, because I'm only doing Mondays and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Today I started late, but I'm here. On Monday, we'll be talking about grieving the parent I never really had. Okay, we're gonna talk about that Monday. That's gonna hit hard. And we're not talking about the parents that weren't there physically. We're talking about the parents that were there physically. We're also involving the ones that were there physically, but they you were grieving what you missed with them, what they didn't give you and what they failed to give to you guys. But anyways, you guys, I appreciate you guys being here in the Unfiltered Corner. I am your host, The Unforgettable. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for liking my channel. Thank you for supporting me and being with me. And I appreciate you guys, and I hope to see you guys here Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time here in the Unfiltered Corner.
Welcome to the Unfiltered Corner. Pull up a chair, leave the mask at the door. We talk about the things they hide. Real talk, real life, nothing brushed aside. It's the unforgettable, yeah. Remember the name, oh yeah. We talk about topics, we say what we mean. No games, we keep it real and raw. Let the truth come through. Judgment free zone, judgment free zone. This space is for you. Come get comfortable, relax, get loose. Kick off your day, shake off that blues. Welcome to the Unfiltered Corner. It's true. The unforgettables here. We're riding with you. The unforgettables here. And we're riding with you.
Good night, everybody. Peace. God bless. Much love.